Oh, President Trump has again poured scorn on Keir Starmer's position in the US-Israeli war against Iran, accusing him of seeking to join wars that had already been won, he said. In comments posted on Truth Social, President Trump appeared to mock the British government for not joining the offensive operations against Iran, calling the UK our once great ally. He also said the United States didn't need Britain's aircraft carrier. Those comments came after the BBC learned that the UK aircraft carrier HMS Prince of Wales has been put on advanced readiness to go to the Middle East. Meanwhile, American bombers continue to use air bases in the United Kingdom. Let's talk to Nick Johnson, who's our correspondent at RAF Fairfield, which is where some of those bombers have been coming in. And this is against a difficult diplomatic backdrop, Nick, of that spat really between President Trump and Keir Starmer. President Trump, as I say, mocking the British position. Yeah, you're right. A difficult backdrop politically, and also RAF Fairfield here where these bombers have been landing. This is as a result of that agreement that Keir Starmer decided upon, whereby US bombers can use this base in the Iran conflict, but for defensive purposes only. So one would imagine then that these bombers arriving here would be sent to strike those Iranian missile sites, but there are more and more bombers due to arrive here. It is difficult to sort of understand how the activities of those bombers are going to be monitored by the UK government in terms of ensuring that they're carrying out defensive missions only. We have from the Ministry of Defense a short time ago who said they won't comment on those operational conversations that they have with the United States. But yes, these bombers that have been arriving here, increasing, I'd say, in the last sort of 12 hours or so, are being used, and the agreement is with the British government for defensive purposes only. What sort of bombers have been arriving? What sort of aircraft are we talking about, Nick? Well, you can see the two aircraft just to my right. Those are B-1 bombers. They're supersonic jets. They fly up to 950 miles an hour. That's about twice the speed of a commercial airliner, but they also are heavily loaded with bombs and missiles. We saw a number of those arrive yesterday. 3 more were actually due to arrive a little earlier this morning, but I don't know if you can tell it's really foggy here today. The visibility is poor. It's improved a little bit in the last hour or so, but it's meant that those 3 B-1s which were to arrive here today had been diverted to an airbase in Germany. It's thought if the visibility improves later, they might return here to RAF Fairfield. But alongside those bombers, we've also had a number of transporter aircrafts. They almost look like some of them stubby jumbo jets, and we had actually a 747 jumbo jet transporter aircraft arrived this morning. Now they are carrying munitions and spare parts for the bombers, and they come from the same airbase as where these bombers are stationed. There is actually a transporter. I'm just going to stand on my phone, Ben, because I'm watching it now. It is, I'd say, a few miles away from where we are now. That bomber has arrived from the East Coast, but via Maynard Air Force Base in North Dakota, and that transporter is at the same base in North Dakota. B-52 bombers. We're yet to see them here as part of this latest conflict. B-52 is also known as a Stratofortress. They are those huge multi-engine bombers, and the fact that a transporter coming from that base, which suggests it would carry spares and munitions for that aircraft, suggests we may see those in the coming days as well. And I suppose the question here, Nick, is the US special relationship, the US-UK special relationship. And where you are, Fairfield is a sort of embodiment of that special relationship, or has been, down the years, down the decades, since the Second World War, in fact. Yeah, that's right, RAF Fairfield by name, but it's used almost exclusively by the United States Air Force. You're right, it's been that way since the end of the Second World War. And it's an interesting place, actually. It's sort of like a little slice of America in Gloucestershire, just beyond the perimeter fence. There are American vehicles, Chevy trucks, American school buses traversing the apron here, transporting things from the aircraft back towards the buildings. All those vehicles have US government base, US troops stationed here. So yeah, you're right, it is symbolic of that special relationship. And those aircraft here will continue to arrive. And Fairfield itself, the reason they come to this American base rather than some of the others is because this has one of the longest runways in England, coming in at just under 2 miles in length. So it's also reinforced underneath as well. So that means it really can handle the largest and the heaviest bombers coming over from the States. Well, thank you very much indeed, Nick Johnson there reporting.